Well, over on my main channel, Hewson YT, I recently did a video covering the community tab, showing you how to use every type of post there is. And now we're doing the same thing, but on mobile. So I've got here my iPhone 13 Pro, I've got my Google Pixel 7, so we've got the iOS and the Android side by side. You'll be able to see them on the screen as we're talking about them. So the first thing we're going to do is dive into the YouTube app. And with both of these, you're going to realize that the way to get started on a community post is really simple, and it is using the plus button at the bottom of the screen. And you will get the number of options depending on where you're at as a creator, what you've got enabled. But you can see here I have options on both: to create a short, upload a video, to go live, and finally to create a post. So we're going to hit create a post on both. And right now it's kicking me into slightly different screens. On the iPhone, it's kicked me straight into the text area where I can start forming my post. I have an option at the bottom for a couple of different types of posts. Here in the Google Pixel on the Android phone, I can choose straight away at the top there, do I want to do a text poll, an image poll, text, or do I want to just go ahead and select an image? So we're going to start with the text post. So I'm going to click text on the Pixel, and we're already in text mode technically on the iPhone anyway. So this is where we would just type something in. I could type in, I'm just going to type test for the purposes of both and to save time. And then as a text post, all I have to do is click post and away we go. I do have the option here on the post to change it from public to channel members. So there's two options: make it public for everybody or channel members only. The other option here is the little clock screen. You can see here is for scheduling. So I can say, hey, I'm going to want it to go out to everybody, but I don't want it to go out until a certain time. And so this is where we would schedule the post. Let's dive into, let's start with the simple one, image posts. So we're going to go back in to create a post. On the Pixel, you can see right away it's giving us a selection of images and GIFs that are available. So if it's a GIF, like for example, this picture of a meat pie getting sauced is actually a GIF. So I'm going to add that. And of course, with posts, you can have up to 5 images or GIFs on your post. So it does like an image or GIF carousel. So I'm going to pick pie. I'm going to pick this picture of nature here. They're going to be my 2 pictures here. Over on the iPhone, I first have to go into the camera roll. Now I have some similar pictures. I will pick the GIF, which is the pie, and I will pick another shot of a possum. There we go. So I've got 2 on each. Now, when it comes to the iPhone is strictly picking from the camera roll. So if you have an image or a GIF that you've created you want to use as a community post or in your community post, you need to get it into your iPhone's camera roll. Now on Android, it looks a little bit broader than the gallery. It will look in Google Photos, or depending on how which particular version of Android you're using, should generally show you most of the stuff that's on your phone directly, but that may change depending on the model of phone that you have. So now we've picked 2 photos for each one, so I'm going to pick next. And what happens is it loading the pictures from the gallery, from the camera roll, from wherever it is on the device. You can see the iPhone's already loaded both of those, and it's waiting for me to put in my test text or whatever I want to say. So I can say test images. Now the Google's loaded up, so I'm going to write test image as well, and I can obviously send them off to a post at that point with the same options to either schedule or make it go live straight away. Just to reiterate what I mentioned before, is you can have up to 5 in this carousel, you could call it. And so I have the option to add another, on both, add another 3 images if I wanted to, which I could go in here by clicking select images. So I am going to back out and get ready for the next option. The next option we're going to go with, that's common between both, is the poll option. So here on the iPhone, I'm just going to click the little poll logo. And right now, it's got a spot for me to ask my question and then some options for the multiple choice answers in the poll. On the Android phone, I can just go straight to text poll and get exactly the same options. So this is where we put our question. So question. And then we can put up to 4 options into a poll. So I'm going to say option. If we want to add the other 2 options, we can just click add another option. Actually, iPhone's letting me do a 5th option. Let's keep going. Let's do the Android real quick and have a look. And there, both of them are actually letting us do 5 options. And there, of course, from that point, we can do our scheduling and post the poll. The next option we're going to look at is doing a video post. So video post, you actually have a specific button to do that on desktop, but on mobile, you don't. All you need to do is type in the text that you want to use, and then you want to go and get the link to the video you want to insert, whether it's your own video or somebody else's video, and just drop the video as a link in the text field. The trick you want to work out here is you actually want to grab the link before you start the post. Okay, I want to share maybe this one from YouTube creators. So the best way to get the link is just to go share and copy link. Do the same thing over here on the Android. Same video, 3 dots, share, copy link. Then I go into create a post. It's going to make a text post, and I'm going to say whatever words I want to use, and then I'm going to paste the link. Do the same on the Android phone, and you can see there's the link. Once I post that, it will appear with the text, and then where the link is, it will actually put in the proper video card that you see on desktop, so it will appear as a video post once it's been submitted as a post. So that is how you do a video post. The same would happen is if you were sharing a playlist. If you got the link to a playlist, you would do exactly the same thing. Do the text and then drop your link at the end, and it will automatically turn it into a playlist card in the published post. So we'll skip through that part quickly and not have to repeat it, because it's exactly the same as sharing a video is how you do the playlist. Now, you're probably going to point out at this point on the Android phone here, you've got an extra option called image poll. And that's right. Currently, Android has image polls, iPhones do not. They are going to get it at some point, but they just don't have it yet. Even desktops have image polls. So we're just going to go to the Pixel in this case for the Android version. Image polls are just like regular polls, except you want to provide an image instead of just plain text as the option. So for example, I can go in and say option 1. So I've got 4 options there now. Even though it says add option, you can only do 4 for image polls. Image polls have 4. Now what you can do is actually type in some text for the option. And you have only 14 characters here, so it'd be brief. And then you have your options, and then you can submit them to get posted. And then once they're posted, you will see the 4 options like a regular poll, but they'll be denoted by the image primarily and the supporting text up to 14 characters. So yeah, one day you will see that on the iPhone as well. It's just not there at the time of recording. Now, one question that I got, and I'm going to go back to that because I did mention it when we were talking about image posts. Somebody said, how do we get GIFs on here? Well, you might have created a GIF. I got a GIF from somewhere, so I'm just going to jump out. For example, on my iPhone, I created a GIF, which was that pie GIF, from a video using an app called GIF Maker. So this one here, and you can see the pie that I made. All I did was like click plus, and then looked at videos that were on my library. It showed me all the videos on my library. I found one of a pie. I shortened it down to the little segment that I wanted, and then I created a GIF or a GIF with this program. And it exported it and saved it to my camera roll. So let me show you that process again. This is GIF that I used. All I did was click on it, I go share, So this is the iPhone method. And then if I just scroll up to save image, and then it instantly goes to my camera roll. So if I go into my camera roll, you can see I've probably got like 3 versions of it now, or 2 versions of it now. There's 2 versions of it now. So that's it there. Only because I already had it there, now I saved it, it's there again. So saved image. If you created a GIF, you would just make sure you save it to your camera roll, so then you can access it from the YouTube app. Now on Android, I don't have a app recommendation for creating a GIF, but there's certainly, but yeah, if you've got an app to create a GIF, all you have to do is save it to either Google Photos, or if it's even just in downloads, quite often it will pick it up because the Android is a little bit more open as to looking where it looks for image and GIF files for the process. That's the community tab on mobile. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And make sure to check out this next video here. It is something that YouTube thinks you might like. And if you want more mobile YouTube related content creation content, this is Doug Hewson, YT Mobile. Subscribe. Catch you later.
Subscribe to Doug Hewson YT for more tech or content creation.